Hi everyone, my name is Steve Sayers and I'm superintendent here with the Amherst Schools, and certainly it's my pleasure to welcome everyone here this afternoon for this very special occasion to celebrate the opening of the brand new Powers Elementary School. This is a day that we have envisioned and planned for quite some time, and today it becomes a reality. It's the day we cut the ribbon and officially open this school to our students, to our families, to our staff, and to the Amherst community. Again, thank you so much for being here. Before we move into the program, I would like to take just a minute and introduce all of those who are here on stage and will be participating in the ribbon cutting portion of the ceremony. If I could ask you to please hold your applause until I get through the entire list, that would be very, very helpful. Thank you.
Here we go.
We will start with our Board of Education, Board President Rex Engel, Vice President Mark Zappa, Board Member Teresa Gillis, Board Member Valerie Niter, Board Member Ron Iacobozzi, Treasurer Amy Giaffrido, Mike Molnar, Assistant Superintendent, Sarah Walker, Director of Student Services, Chuck Grimmett, Supervisor of Buildings and Grounds, Deanne Pasfa, Nutrition Services Supervisor, Doug Cogdell, Technology Supervisor, and Kathy Gale, Transportation Supervisor, and unfortunately Kathy was not able to be with us this afternoon. Principal of Powers Elementary, Beth Schwartz. Corey Engel, Powers Elementary School Assistant Principal. Kiana Walther, second grade teacher. Kathy Mount, media aide. Crosby Marty, second grade student and the great-grandson of Fred Powers. Marilyn Marty, kindergarten student, great-great-granddaughter of Fred Powers. Sarah Kuspel, Powers PTO President. Nora Hicks, OPSI President. Lisa Schenk, Amherst Teachers Association President. Amherst Mayor Mark Costello. Mrs. Mary Miller, representing the Fred Powers family. And Dwayne Neidert, Amherst Schools Educational Foundation. If we could please give them a round of applause. And at this time, I would like to introduce Crosby Marty.
Welcome to the new Powers Elementary School. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Crosby. It was awesome. This time, I would like to introduce Eric Watts, our Director of Choirs at Steele High School, and the Amherst Choir for the National Anthem.
To
Thank you very much. And before I introduce our board president, Rex Engel, I would like to take just a moment to say thank you to our parents and our community for supporting this project. This is a process that started 5 years ago with the Facility Advisory Committee. We wanted the process to be very community-driven. Ultimately, the committee made a recommendation to our Board of Education, and the issue was placed on the November 2016 ballot and received overwhelming support from our community. And on behalf of our students, our staff, and our Board of Education, I want to say thank you to the Amherst community for your support. Would also like to say thank you to our staff. And when I say staff, that's all encompassing. I'm talking about our teachers, our custodians, our secretaries, our teachers' aides, our bus drivers, our administrators, our technology technicians, across the board. Our staff has done a fabulous job throughout this process. Moving into a building mid-year is challenging enough as it is, even when everything goes right. And when you throw into the mix some things that we had to deal with this year, things like water leaks and some other bumps in the road, what our staff has done, especially over these last few months, is just incredible. But not surprising. I've said to many, many people, the thing I believe that sets our staff apart is their ability to adjust, to adapt, to improvise, and to make the best of adversity. So at this time, I also want to say thank you to each and every one of our staff members here with the Amherst Schools. Also would like to thank the team of professionals that made this project possible. Icon Construction, GPD Architects, the Ohio Facilities Construction Commission, Barb Shirgalis, who worked with that team as well as a representative of the Amherst School District, as well as every individual who was involved in the construction of this beautiful building. I want to say thank you. Throughout the process, I've been impressed with the talent, the expertise, the professionalism, the sense of collaboration, and the teamwork that this construction team and design team has brought to Amherst. We are very, very thankful for your work, and I would highly recommend this team to any school district that is about to embark on a construction project. So thank you again on behalf of the Amherst School District. And finally, I want to say thank you to the Amherst students. It's all about the students. That's why we do what we do. That's why the school district exists, is for the students. That's why we built this beautiful building for our students. And I am so excited, not just for the group of students that will benefit and walk through the doors tomorrow, but for the thousands upon thousands of students that will benefit from this beautiful building in the coming years. I can't wait to see those students walk through the doors tomorrow. We're excited. I know they're excited. I was just at the bank on Saturday and talking to a few folks there, and one of the tellers had indicated that she cannot ever remember a time where so many students were anxious to return to school after Christmas break. So I think that's a testament to this beautiful building that we have here. And again, so thankful to be able to provide it for our students. This time, I'd like to introduce Rex Engel, our board president.
Thank you, Superintendent Sayers. But most importantly, it's time to thank you, the wonderful Amherst Schools community, for being here today and for being here every time we need you. Because this district is committed to providing a quality educational experience designed for every single student that we educate. And we knew, and we've known for a long time, that it's been time for an upgrade was needed for our youngest learners here in Amherst, which is Powers pre-K through third grade. The Powers building that we're leaving was built in the 1950s, and it served us very well. There was many moments of education that occurred in there to probably many of us in this room, and their family, or some of you personally, as well as think of all those memories on all those fun things that happen in Powers. They will always live with you and with the Amherst School District. But it was time for a change. Early learning is critical for the future of our students, and the atmosphere has to be up to date in order for the education to have the full impact that we expect here in Amherst. Learning environments impacts not only students, but teachers and every single person that Mr. Sayers talked about in the educational process. So thank you to the community that has done its due diligence by investing and stepping up to the ballot in 2018 and making that investment so that today we can certainly see the rewards. And I truly believe that you will see many great returns on your investments. Congratulations as we begin a new era of Powers Elementary.
Thank you, Rex. At this time, I'd like to introduce the president of our Powers PTO, Sarah Kusfeld.
Thank you, Mr. Sayers. On behalf of the Powers Elementary School PTO, thank you to the community, our board, administrators, our staff, partners, and contractors for all of the work that went into making this vision a reality. As parents, our organization's members are overjoyed at the idea that our students get to learn in this amazing new facility. In so many ways, the rest of their lives will begin to be determined in these very halls. As the other speakers mentioned, it's so important for students to be in the right atmosphere as they begin to not only learn their curriculum, but also learn to interact with others and learn about themselves and what makes them tick. They'll learn teamwork, dedication, and all of the other skills that will ensure that they will grow up to be productive members of society. Our parents are so thankful to the teachers and administrators who will be overseeing that process under this roof. It's a great place to learn, and I know our parents can't wait to see the looks on our children's faces when they see how incredible this school is and everything it has to offer. Thank you to the entire Amherst community.
Thank you, Sarah. And now I would like to introduce the principal, Powers Elementary School, Beth Schwartz.
I have to admit, I think it might be hard for me not to cry today. I'm a little overcome with emotion watching all of our students' faces and seeing everybody come together. And I want to thank all of you for joining us today. On behalf of the Powers staff, we are so proud to be able to share our school with you. I hope that as you walked into the building today, that you felt the energy, excitement, and joy that we feel about this incredible space. Multiple times over the last few weeks, several of us have commented on how lucky we are to be able to work in this new building. I hope that as you walk through today, that you notice some of the special features of the school. You'll see interactive touch screens, amazing natural light, and collaborative learning spaces. When you go in the kitchen, you'll notice that the floor is slightly elevated to give our students better eye contact with the cafeteria staff. Throughout the building, you'll see movable walls that are designed to encourage collaboration and give us flexibility. This large space that we're in right now is made possible because there's a movable wall between our gym and cafeteria. To me, that is so incredible. These features make our building truly unique. For the Powers students and families that are joining us today, Ms. Engel, our amazing assistant principal, has hung QR codes throughout the building. You can use a smartphone to scan the codes and then view some videos about the different features of the school. I cannot thank the Amherst community enough for making our new school happen. Through your support, you have demonstrated that you value education. Told you I was going to cry. You have shown that you see the connection between quality facilities and quality education. Our students will benefit from that, and we can't thank you enough. I am so proud and so grateful that our youngest students get to grow and learn in this amazing space. Thank you for making that happen.
Thank you very much, Beth.
Thank you.
I'd like to introduce Amherst Mayor, Mr. Mark Costello.
Thank you, Mr. Sayers. Well, this is quite an accomplishment, and I just want to thank you from the bottom of all of us here at the City Hall, that this is quite an accomplishment and quite an asset to the city, and we all should be proud of what we have here now. To honor this accomplishment, I have a proclamation. I'm going to read that to you. So, whereas it is the mission of the Amherst Exempted Village Schools to provide a quality educational experience designed to meet the needs of each student in an atmosphere of respect for individual differences, learning styles, and personal development, and whereas the structure and overall environment of the school has a profound impact on the educational experience of students, teachers, and all others within the district, and whereas an overwhelming majority of voters approved funding in 2016 to build a new and improved Powers Elementary School for students in pre-kindergarten through 3rd grade, and whereas the district broke ground on a new school in 2018 to replace the former nearly 70-year-old Powers Elementary School, and whereas the district's contractors finished construction, electrical work, and added all other necessary functional elements of the school in 2019, and whereas the administrators, teachers, students, volunteers, and staff of Powers exemplified the patience, dedication, and hard work needed to properly execute a mid-year transition into a new school, and whereas administrators, teachers, students, volunteers, and staff will report to a new Powers Elementary School tomorrow, Monday, January 6, 2020, for the first day in the new building. Now, therefore, I, Mark Costello, Mayor of the City of Amherst, by the authority vested in me, do hereby proclaim tomorrow, January 6, 2020, as Powers Elementary School Day in the City of Amherst. The city congratulates the district on the opening of the new school and applauds the districts for its continued dedication to preparing the students of Amherst for their future. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor. And this seems like an appropriate time to invite all of our ribbon cutters to step to the front of the stage to start our ribbon cutting portion of the ceremony. Thank you. I would like to now reintroduce our Steele High School choir and director, Eric Watts, and invite everyone to stand for the alma mater, which was written by Fred Powers. Please be seated. Thank you very much. We appreciate you being here today to celebrate this special day. Would now like to introduce Marilyn Marty as we close out today's ceremony. Marilyn?
Thank you all for coming today, and thank you, Amherst, for this amazing new school. I am so excited. Are you excited?
It just doesn't get any better than that. And with that, I'd like to close this afternoon's ceremony. Again, on behalf of our Board of Education, on behalf of the staff of the Amherst Schools, thank you so much for taking the time to celebrate in this very, very special occasion. Would invite you to please feel free to make your way throughout the school building. The building will be open until 6 p.m. We do have maps that are located over here up against the wall, front and back, for the first floor and second floor floor plans. So please make yourself at home and enjoy the afternoon. Thank you again, and go Comets.